Before I jump back into content creation world, I want to explain where I was going this whole time. So a little bit of throwback here, or however you want to call it, but in my early teenage years, tweens or preteens, however you call it, as I said, well, I was a YouTuber and an influencer. And back in the days, it was not like nowadays. Nowadays is a big market, but back then you could have a couple of thousand, followers, and you would be a like pretty serious thing. Being the age I was, I discovered some insane things that there are still pretty shocking to me to this day, and I will just guide you through all of those things that happened to me. Why I was away from content creation, if it's my passion, and all of those. As a primary goal of this video, I'm gonna start off by saying why I left. So I left because of bullying. I know you can say I shouldn't have left, I shouldn't have done this and that, I shouldn't have cared, but it was to the point where my classmates would turn the videos on during the class time, the lesson. So I was just not about to play this game, so I didn't let it happen. They tried to do that, they tried to tease me, but I wanted to make sure that none of this happens, and I just stopped. Yes, of course, I did try to go back to YouTube. I did try to go back to making actual video content, not just posting pictures on Instagram. They would just come across the videos again and start the same thing over, so I just left for good. And I sticked with posting pictures to Instagram. Some insane comments from some people like, "Oh, you're so pretty, I would let you shoot me." Like, till this day, I don't understand what kind of compliment was that. But I was 14 at the time, and like 14, 15, and at the time, like, what? Like, still now, like, what? Like, it's the same reaction. Moving on to the actual crazy part. Basically, I have the same Gmail linked to my profile now as I did back then. I actually checked, so I didn't check it until I was kind of done at all with influencing. So I would receive crazy things. I'm gonna go over the top 3 things I received in that email account because it was really crazy, okay? It's still shocking to me till this day, and I'm sure it will be a secret unravel to these people that didn't even know, because I really didn't tell like kind of anybody. So basically the top 3 was luxury brand discounts and invitation to Fashion Week. You could buy a ticket at a discounted price, and all of those things. They looked scammy for sure. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't, because they were like bad edited newsletters or something. They were actual like pretty legit looking stuff, but I don't know like who did it come from, and I cannot check now because I actually lost the emails. I would definitely like spare it here all of the screen, like investigate it deeper, but I'm glad I even got to see them, because it was an account that isn't my primary account. It was just like another account I had, so I was like, I'm gonna put it up for business, and of course I just didn't check it, and I checked it afterwards of my era. So, and the last thing, the biggest shock probably to everyone watching, the third thing was industry planting. So basically, it's a real thing. They would send me not just these basic, oh, buy followers, buy this and that. No, they would legit send that you can pay a couple of hundred or a couple of thousand, dollars, euros, whatever the currency is, and they would make you a celebrity. Like maybe packages or something. It was like a really like a proposal on their website, on their newsletter, that they could make you this influencer kind of thingy for $1. So that's still shocking. And if you ever wondered if industry plans are real, they are definitely real, I can assure you that. So yeah, that was the most insane thing I have ever received. And no, I'm coming back to this game, so stay tuned for whatever is about to come. I also want to mention that it is like really interesting, because I started at pretty early days, and now I am able to compare. I saw the whole market, since I started at 11 years old. I'm 19 now, I'm turning 20 in like a month. So I have been there for 10 years, so I have got to see every single trend, so I'm really glad. So when did my career end? Actually, when did the influencing end? Because the video content ended, pretty soon after I started. But so I made some impactful videos that I still have actually. So we could hop on and do some reactions, but my influencer era ended in 2019 exactly. Like my last post was December 31st was the period. It was the ending, the grand finale. And why did I not continue to post? Well, first of all, I went to conservatory, which had from 8 to 13 sometimes lessons. So I really had no time for anything, I only had time to eat sometimes, to breathe, and I didn't have time to relax. No, honey, for all of those 4 years, I was just bopping. Did some insane things with social media still. With the time I had two TikTok accounts, so I was still making content from the age of 16. So hello there, I didn't have like a big, jump. I just didn't make video content, which hurt me a lot because, in 2019 or about this time, TikTok appeared. Everyone was mad at first, but I wanted to check it out for myself. Like, what is the thing about? Like, is it really not good? Like, is it weird? Like, what the hell is TikTok? Like, is it worth it? Is it not worth it for real? So I wanted to check it out for myself, and I did so, and I have like more than 600 sounds saved from that day because I wanted to do trends. But as I mentioned, I didn't have time, and I would have started again last year, but I was having a JavaScript full stack studies, so graduated successfully and all of those things. That's why I didn't come back. So I'm coming back now because I'm an adult. I just have a little bit of time now, actually, in life, so I'm coming back.